What's up YouTube, and today in this video I'm going to be talking about the food for the suhoor and the iftar that you can eat, and I'm also going to tell you the most delicious recipes that we have as well, and also it is Ramadan edition. Already, so enjoy this video. Okay, so I'm going to tell you the food in the suhoor first. So basically I'll tell you briefly that suhoor, this is before the dawn prayer, also known as Salat Fajr. So basically in suhoor, this is where you eat, before the dawn prayer. But don't wait till the last minute, or otherwise it's going to be too late and you're not going to eat or drink. So keep that in mind. In suhoor, basically you can eat, like, for example, scrambled eggs or boiled eggs, whatever the way you like it. So we have eggs. We also have fool, which means fava beans in Arabic. So this is what we can eat. This is really common in suhoor to have food. We also can eat cheese, like feta cheese. This is what we have. And I've seen it before in suhoor. We have the fool and the cheese and stuff. In Arabic, you call it gibna. Gibna, that means cheese. I've learned Arabic, but I never get the chance to talk with you guys in Arabic on camera, so maybe someday I will. We can also eat potatoes or French fries, either way. So this is what we have in suhoor. Really good stuff. And also we can eat vegetables too, like tomatoes and cucumbers. Tomatoes and cucumbers, this stuff is really good. And it secretly has water in it, so it keeps you from getting thirsty during the day. So this is what we have in suhoor. Not to mention, we also have fruit as well. We can eat all types of fruits in suhoor. We can have watermelon, which I love watermelon, especially when Ramadan used to be in the summertime or in the late spring. That's what used to be, but Ramadan is now during April, in the month April, which is easier nowadays, because before, when it's summertime, it is easier to get thirsty. It's easy, but now it's not as hard as I thought. So this is what we have in suhoor, like I said. Now keep in mind, it doesn't matter, in the suhoor, you cannot eat anything salty. You cannot eat any salty foods, or you can't. In Arabic, you call it mukhallil. Mukhallil is the salty vegetables. So this is what we have. Keep in mind, do not eat this in suhoor, because if you eat this in suhoor, because salty stuff, that makes you thirsty. If you eat it, then it'll make you thirsty during the day, and you do not want that, because when you get thirsty, especially from salty stuff, it's just not a good thing. So keep that in mind. And also, you cannot have spicy things either. Like shatta is the hot spicy peppers, or chili peppers, either way. This is what it means in Arabic. You cannot have this in suhoor as well, because otherwise, if you have it, then it's definitely gonna light your mouth on fire. Not literally, it's just an idiom, but it's really spicy, and yeah, it's not good to have it in suhoor. So those are the things that you cannot have in suhoor. So that is me talking about the food and the stuff in suhoor, and I'm going to tell you the foods that you can eat in iftar. Okay, so now those are the foods that we can eat in iftar. Okay, so number one, we can eat like mahshi. I've said this before in other videos that mahshi is one of the most delicious foods in Egypt. But yeah, this is what we have for iftar, is the mahshi, and of course we have all kinds. We have cabbage, eggplant, pepper, zucchini, and so on. So this is what we have for iftar. And also we can eat like the meat chicken, which I've heard about it before on the internet, that you can eat chicken for iftar, roasted or baked chicken. But yeah, this is really delicious and I really like it. It's so good. Also, we can eat kofta or kebabs. This is what we have, or kebabs, either way, however you call it. But yeah, this is what we have for iftar. And again, it's really good. And I told you this in one of my other videos when I talked about the Egyptian food. So this is what we have for iftar. And we can eat spaghetti, which I've had it a few times before, but I had it once before for iftar, and it was really good, and I loved it, and I eat a lot of it as well, because the spaghetti is one of my favorite foods. So this is what we have for iftar. And also we have what's called the Fattah. The Fattah, I don't know how you describe it, but basically what it is we have the white rice and the bread under it, and the tomato sauce on top of it. So this is what it's called, and this is what it looks like. Again, I've had it before, you know, off camera of course, and it was so delicious, and I loved how it was made. The rice and the bread and the tomato sauce on top of it. It was so delicious, and I wish I could cook it someday because it's so good, and I eat so much of it as well. So this is what we have for iftar, and I don't know what else we have for iftar, but there's just so many things that you can eat for iftar. But again, it's really good. And iftar, basically, this is when you break the fast, you know, after the sunset prayer, also known as Salat Maghrib. You know, I say it slowly so you guys know what I'm talking about. So after this is when you start to have the iftar. And again, so many delicious meals that we can have. And yeah, now first off, before the iftar, you eat the dates. Basically, this is what we have, the dates. You know, dates, it grows on trees here in Egypt. I guess you call it the palm trees, but yeah. First off, you know, after that, then, you know, the call to the prayer, you eat the dates and you drink some juice. You know, keep in mind that after all these hours of not eating, you know, the whole day, like 14 hours or 15, you know, depending on which country you're at, you know, you don't eat all day. And like I said, keep in mind that if you just jump into the iftar and just jump into eating the whole thing like all at once, it's not good for your stomach, especially after not eating for all this time and you just eat so much at once. It's not good for your stomach. It's harmful to your stomach. But if you eat the dates and the juice first, then that's gonna alert your stomach that it's time to eat. You know, so keep that in mind. I've just learned this like not even a few days ago. This is what I learned, and this is a good thing that I learned, because if I learned something new, then that means I would know what's right. So this is what we have for iftar, and now I'm gonna get to the... Okay, so in conclusion, I love Ramadan, and I especially love the food in the suhoor and the iftar. You know, I love the foods. Now, in the iftar, you know, after all these hours of not eating, it is definitely worth the wait. And like I told you in my previous video, Ramadan has benefits. You know, not for everybody, but of course for some of us it has benefits. And of course in Ramadan, you don't eat and drink for the whole day. And I've told you this in my other videos, like I said, you know, and it's one of the 5 pillars of Islam. This is why I'm briefly telling you here. And of course, I hope all of you have a happy Ramadan. In Arabic, you call it Kul Salam wa Tayyib. That means every year and you're good. So, hope you guys have a happy Ramadan, and I hope you guys enjoying your time. And make sure you like and subscribe, and of course share it to all your family and friends out there. You know, please do, because this helps me grow my channel. Anyway, so enjoy the rest of the Ramadan. Thanks for watching, and of course I'll see you guys again in the next video.
Bye.